Information tonight about a fatal Saturday morning house fire in North Sioux City, South Dakota. The fire chief there tells us the fire was caused by a propane gas leak. North Sioux City Fire Rescue continues investigating that fire on Bancroft Court. The home, as you can see, heavily damaged. 3 people who were inside died. Fire Chief Bill Pappas tells KTIV right now they can't determine the source of that propane gas leak. We now know the names of the victims in that tragedy: 1-year-old Ezra Allen, 8-year-old Keenan Allen, and their great-grandmother Sharon K. Allen. The family provided us these pictures of the children, 8-year-old Keenan and 1-year-old Josiah. The children's great-grandmother Sharon is in this picture. She also died in that fire. Family members say the children's mother, Brittany Allen, wasn't at home at the time because she was in Omaha with her 5-month-old who was admitted to the hospital for open heart surgery. The aunt of the children, Sarah Zoop, says this has been a very tough time for that family.
To lose 2 babies is really hard, but to add that factor of not really knowing exactly what happened, it adds another layer to it.
Zoop has created a way for community members to donate money or supplies to that family. There's a Venmo account for donations to the family. You can find it on Venmo at Jersey Blue. That's spelled JERSYBLU. People can also donate to the Downtown Great Southern Bank. Just simply mention the money is for the Brittany Allen donation. People can also donate physical items. We're talking about baby and kids clothing, personal hygiene items. Those donations can be made to the North Sioux City Fire Department. Zoop says she's had to be strong to help the family deal with the aftermath of the tragedy, and she's trying to support her sister.